It's your boy, Brendan Krob, a comedian, doing another comedy tribunal. This is going to be a fun one this time. We've been watching a lot of pretty terrible stand-up for a while. We're gonna go back to watching some good shit. What's up? I'm back. No time has passed. There is absolutely nothing that has changed. Let's get back into this. So Cumtown split up. Stavros got a lot of success after leaving, doing all of his like crowd work specials and whatnot. And Nick and Adam were both really 1A and 1B on the Adam Friedland show, and that had a lot of publicity for a while. But Nick was always kind of like the main character of the podcast, and I think a lot of people that maybe hadn't seen Nick stand up, or at least not a ton of more recent footage of it. This was a big deal. I mean, it was a huge deal for me and my demographic, which is 20-something-year-old white guy open micers. This was our Black Panther.
Anyways, yeah, I was down in the Carolinas somewhat recently because I had to get an abortion. I guess that's the other thing. You have to be careful bringing that up, too, now that got taken away. That was sort of a doozy, right? You would think with all the trans stuff going on, women are like, whew, we're in the clear. And then they were like, not so fast. There we go. We will get you, too. Take away abortions. Yes. But, yeah, that is a sensitive topic. And I don't really know what to say, you know, if you're a woman and it affects you, because there's nothing I can say. I can't fix it, right? I just have to be like, hey, you just gotta know it'll get better, you know? Yeah, you gotta keep the faith is what you gotta do. You gotta pray, honestly. You gotta say, dear God, please kill those kids. Because it's up to you now, God. And she'll do it, too. She'll do it. God will do it, yeah. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah. And of course, when God does it, they don't call it an abortion, they call it a miscarriage, which is, I always thought that was a funny name for it, right? Like a miscarriage. Like it's just like your pussy just has like bad shocks. Yeah, it's sort of a bumpy ride. It's just kind of.
That's like a back to back like kind of like banger, like really good jokes, and it's put together in like a stream of consciousness sort of way where.
God, please kill those kids. And she'll do it, too. She'll do it.
She'll do it.
God will do it, yeah. Oh.
So, like, half the audience is, like, still processing that he said she.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah.
Doesn't have to do much to get to, like, kind of, like, wring the actual laugh out of it. Just so that, like, oh, yeah? You didn't know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God's a woman. In fact, I know that because I found out, apparently, half of all pregnancies end in abortion, which only a female God would allow, you know.
Nice little auxiliary laugh right there.
And of course, when God does it, they don't call it an abortion, they call it a miscarriage, which is, I always thought that was a funny name for it, right? Like a miscarriage. Like it's just like your pussy just has like bad shocks. Yeah, it's sort of a bumpy ride. It just kind of fell out. So,
good shit.
What it is. In fact, now in New York City, they're doing this thing where if you're from like a real fucked up place like Indiana, they'll fly you to New York and they'll put you in a hotel and pay for your abortion, which is cool, but it's also creating this like bizarre tourism industry in New York City.
Pretty sick the way he kind of structures all this together, because there's like a long form bit with like long form bits, like it's like nesting dolls, kind of. Or there's one overarching theme that spans the cross of like multiple jokes that you begin and end before getting back to the original premise, and you'll see what I mean here. And it goes all over the place in a way that's like surprising and will catch you off guard, but it's not it's not like alienating like I've described with some other comics we've liked on here.
They're like, well, we're already here. We might as well check it out. It'll be fun. I'll put a towel down. It'll be fun. But that is good. That is good. I think it's good New York's doing that, helping people out in that way. I will say this, as a New Yorker, I'm a little concerned as to what impact those added abortions will have on our sewer system. And look, I'm not being
the delivery. We've seen a couple examples now, just like this early on, where you'll see a lot of new comics, like I myself have been guilty of this. You find a way to sort of act and say things like blah 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 blah, and like ways you enunciate and sort of frame things so that it's almost like forces the audience to laugh just at the way you're talking. I think I might have mentioned it in like the Brian Callen one.
I'll just see an image of like a woman in a bikini on a skateboard. No, but I have to make sure she's safe.
And I understand he like said that like in the his like inflection and everything, and like the pacing is like designed to like make people laugh at it, but I really don't get it. There's like zero hint of that. In some of these last few jokes he did, it's kind of like the mark that you're pretty slick.
As to what impact those added abortions will have on our sewer system.
He knows that that's going to get a laugh, but he acts as if he wasn't expecting it. Like he begins to start saying something else, so it's not like completely obvious to the audience unless they're like actually paying attention, and it strikes them as funny. They're going to laugh at it. It's not just like, because the other option is he's like, how would like Brian Callen like make this joke worse? Oh, because it creates this bizarre tourism business, which is fine, but I am a little bit worried on what effect that's going to have on our sewer system. And you kind of like Adam Sandler, like look and nod and wink at the camera, like, eh, and then you're like, and then the audience kind of rolls their eyes and knows there's like, oh, this is where we, exhale out of our nose and laugh. But that's not what Nick Mullen's gonna do.
You can look it up. The New York City sewer system is on the brink of collapse, right? It's a serious problem. It's all backed up with fat, and the reason for that, and I wish there was a more delicate way to put this,
I might have to censor
is
this.
because New York City is filled with Dagos. It's filled with It's filled with Italian people that just keep dumping olive oil down the kitchen sink all day long. They can't stop. They wake up. They're like, yeah, lasagna breakfast, and they jam it down the garbage disposal. They just do it.
And there's so many jokes he does in this scheme that like link so many different like bizarre things together that you don't associate with each other.
And then it all clumps up in the sewers, and it's very funny because in the PSAs they call the fat clumps, they call them fat bergs, which hilarious to blame it on the Jews, even though it's the Italians. But it's like, yeah, what happens when you add a bunch of fucking embryos to those things, Because I don't know, I'm not a fucking scientist. But I'm pretty sure that's how you get the Ninja Turtles, I think.
See, you didn't think that was going to be a Ninja Turtles joke when that started, I bet. I bet you didn't.
Yeah, that's why they all got Italian names, right? That's where that... Yeah.
When I saw him do the shower live, he, like, asked the crowd if anybody, like, jokingly, like, if anybody even gives a shit about the Ninja Turtles, and my friend outed me as a Ninja Turtles fan.
I never understood why the Ninja Turtles had masks. That never made sense to me. What was the point of that? Like, who's gonna be like, hey, who was that guy that was just here? Did anyone get a good look at that man that was here earlier? If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say maybe one of the 4 mutant turtle men that have been going on this evening. But I can't be sure. He had a mask on, so. Was I talking about abortion? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. No, I had to go to but yeah, no, I had to go down to the Carolinas to do that, which felt bad at the time, but now I feel like I got like one of the last ones, probably. So now it feels awesome, right? It feels the same as the day I finally found PS5 at Best Buy. I'm like, yeah, I don't even play it. I'm just happy that someone else can't have it, but I do. This could have made a child happy, and I'm taking that away.
See, like, it's shit like this, like we saw it in kind of like the Matt McCusker episode where he's joking about like the tax from Whole Foods like going to like bombs for like kids in third world countries. That was a dark fucking joke that Nick Mullen just did about that, where it's just like it brings him joy, something that could have made a child very happy, blah blah blah. And it's like when you watch people who are like actually good at stand up, like Nick Mullen, Shane Gillis, Matt McCusker, fucking any. There's 250 of them. You watch anyone who like knows what they're doing, you quickly realize how much of like frauds all the like Austin kind of comics who are like, you can't joke about anything anymore. It's like, you just need to be, literally just need to be good at your job. Like, you can make people laugh at really fucked up shit like this and like what we talked about before. You literally just need to know what you're doing. That's it. You just need to not be bad at your job. That's it.
To get an abortion, which I keep saying that. Do you say I got an abortion if you're the man? Because I don't know because it stems from, when like a couple is expecting a baby and the husband will be like, oh, we're pregnant. And then he'll touch the stomach. And the stomach touching has to stop. That's the fucking, because it's condescending to me, right? Like, as if I don't know where the baby is.
That's the other thing. You can watch Nick Mullen do stand-up and like understand he's an intelligent guy and he's sharp. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to come up with a lot of this stuff. Never makes himself seem like the smartest guy in the room. Like he does this bit right here.
Just treating me like I've never had sex? Fuck you. I'll kill you and your wife. I don't care. I'll kill your whole family. I'll take your skin. I'll wear it in my car. I'll have my own family. Now I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant with my family. It's because I say stuff like that. That's why the abortions keep happening. I don't know, what do you say other than get? The only other option is I paid for an abortion, and I hate. That makes me sound like a plantation owner. That's not fucking. I recently financed the death of a child. I managed to procure the funds to end the life of an infant.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up shit. Joking about, killing a baby or whatever in the context of sounding like a slave owner, and then you see like Hans Kim or Chris D'Elia or Tom Segura, and they're like, yeah, people are just so sensitive now. It's just like, no, you're just ass, dog. You suck.
It was a guy that owned like all of these fucking slaves, but then it was just like a house downtown. It wasn't like a farm. There was like nothing for them to do even. And it's like, that's gotta be the worst guy to be during slavery. Is the guy that's just like, I just like collecting them. I don't know. That's crazy. That guy was probably just autistic, right? That's like, because they didn't have like Funko Pops in 1820. If you had autism in the South in 1820, you were like, I have the most slaves.
It's so good.
I have all of the slaves now in my house.
Again, a lot of the stuff, the perspective he takes, it doesn't alienate people on either side of the issue. It's like with Shane Gillis, you have enough understanding of what you're talking about to not misrepresent anybody.
Anyway, so I guess it's good all those people died of COVID, probably. Because they refused to get the experimental gene therapy. Which they almost got me with that one when they said gene therapy. Because the gene part I have no problem with. Go ahead, turn me into an X-Men, I don't care. But therapy? No thanks. I'm not gay. No. Because you remember that? You remember going to the pool? There would always be like a teacher's pet kid that was like, if you pee in the pool, there's a chemical in the water that turns your pee red, and the lifeguard will see it, and they'll send you to jail, right? And then you're like, oh my God, no, I don't want to go to jail. I'm 6. I can't. I'll be raped. I can't be a 6-year-old in jail. I won't stand a chance. I don't know. And halfway through the summer, there's like one brave summer day where you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm just going for it, right? And then you look down and it's fine, and you're like, dude, fuck the government, man. Yeah. 9/11 was an inside job. Now I know the truth. I'll march right up to Donald Rumsfeld and piss my pants in his face. I don't care.
This is another great example of all the different kind of turns and angles within the larger scheme of one joke. Because like the through line is kind of like distrust towards the government, but originally we were talking specifically about the vaccine and COVID and all that. And after the whole large chunk about it ended with the plantation story. And then it sort of real quick transitioned to the COVID material, and we've been all over the place since then, and it's going to go back to it. And now there's this different 9/11 conspiracy bit, which is like its own little thing or set in the middle of it.
Like, what do you think happened, right? Like the fucking CIA was like, okay, plan's ready to go. ready to blow up the World Trade Center. There's only one step left. The clues. Yep.
So good. Cinema. Absolute
it's clue
cinema.
time. But so, I guess an easy argument to make is, if you get the vaccine and you get COVID, maybe it means it doesn't work, right? But whatever, I'm dumb, I'm stupid. And she was quick to point that out. She said, well, you just don't understand how vaccines work because they're kind of like a seatbelt. They won't prevent an accident, but if you get in one, you're going to wish you had one. And I said, oh, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So you're saying the pandemic, much like a car accident, probably caused by a Chinese person? Is that
10 out of 10. Cinema. It's so good.
Because that sounds racist, man. I'm not, unlike Paul Dean, I never say the N-word. I don't say the N-word. I don't think you should. I will say this, there's one exception I make for myself that I think almost every white person makes.
So good.
It's if I'm in my car by myself listening to rap music. But what can I say? I just really hate rap music. I want to own up to that I did somewhat recently that I feel kind of bad about. But I want to confess to it. I did something misogynistic. And I'll just tell you what it was. It was a couple years ago during the last Winter Olympics, which I was watching with my then girlfriend. And I killed her. And, she's fine. She's both alive and well and also doesn't exist. They already had a regular wheelchair emoji, and I guess that's fine. It's like representation or something, but like, what is the conversation we're making? The distinction between those two types of wheelchairs is remotely acceptable via emoji, right? Like, who would you be talking to where they're like, oh, I'm disabled, by the way? You're like, interesting. Are you regular wheelchair or Stephen Hawking wheelchair? You're like, oh, I'm Stephen Hawking wheelchair. You're like, oh, great, we'll have dinner at your place then, I guess. Seems to make the most sense because I don't have the van with the big battery. You guys miss him, by the way? You guys miss Stephen Hawking? Good. I did a show, I asked, and one guy was like, he was a fucking nerd. All aggro about it. Which is very funny, because the guy was right. He was a nerd. But you just don't think about Stephen Hawking on, like, the nerd-jock continuum. Because you'd think he would have escaped that at some point in his life. It's hilarious to imagine a 65-year-old Stephen Hawking leaving a lecture hall at Princeton being like, and that's the way the universe works. Then he goes outside, and there's just a guy in a Letterman jacket that's like, yes. Hey, boys, here comes Wheels. Let's fucking get his ass. Please stop. Leave me alone. His hair's gray. Take his computer. Look up gay porn on his computer. Pull up guys fucking on there. Hey, everybody, look what the nerd's looking at. I personally miss him a lot. I didn't at first. He was like one of those celebrities that died and I didn't give a shit, and then I missed him later. Which I guess really the only other example of that is Paul Walker, probably. Yeah. That one hit me, right? Because you remember the headline when Paul Walker died?
William Montgomery, take fucking notes.
It said, Paul Walker dies in fiery car crash. I had the same reaction as every other American. I said, yeah.
That is an interesting thing to talk about, I guess. Because William Montgomery, he got all that bad publicity because he had that terrible set where he was just bombing because he was just having a bad set. He was just sucking on stage. I think he knows that he just bombed, but in the moment he was just like, "Oh, what are you guys offended?" And then he went to Paul Walker jokes as if like that was going to just be so offensive to the people in attendance, like they were gonna be like, "Oh, how dare you," or whatever. I think he made did he make a crocodile hunter joke too? It was something really lame.
Keep moving, the fucking nasty looking slut saying that to me.
Ooh.
Damn, bitch!
Ooh.
God, somebody kill this woman!
Are they booing because it's just so offensive, or is it something else?
Okay, where am I? This is a weird rumor, but I heard the Aaliyah plane crash happened because the pilot tried to ghost ride the whip.
So lame.
Okay, I was.
This guy's so bad at stand-up. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Walker more like Paul Crasher.
You hear a lot of people gasp in horror when he made that joke.
Walker more like Paul Crasher.
Or did people boo and groan? Anyway, a little aside, because I can't go one episode without shitting on Austin comedians. Yeah, let's get back into this.
Starts off, he's walking around. He has his original voice. Did you ever hear his original voice? He was like, I think I'm going to go to university for math. Did you know he sounded like that? He had that Mary Poppins voice. I saw that and I was like, wow. So he was retarded the whole time.
Good.
What an uplifting...
As a good joke. I'm taking this as an opportunity to shit on Austin again, because they like to use a lot of, like, it was a slur they used, and it was funny, and everybody laughed at it. And you know, he's the furthest thing from one of those you know, Kill Tony sort of comedians.
I have, yeah. It's not it sucks now. I was trying to tell, I saw Tony Hinchcliffe the other day, and I was trying to say that to him in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it used to be, it was a cheap, fun town. He's like, yes, totally. It's an awesome place. I'm like, no, I'm saying it was. It was cool. I mean, it was a cheap place to live, and he's like, greatest place on earth. Love it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's different now.
Like, you hear it, like, they use it as like a crutch in Austin a lot, and it's like if you ever saw the movie The Wicker Man.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Where they light Nicolas Cage on fire at the end, and it's all the women. It's like a catharsis for them. It's just like, we can be ourselves here. It's just like being yourself is just being a lazy, bad comedian. And in that way, you're right. It's like a safe haven for that kind of stuff. Whereas, like, you know, you see it's actually put in like a well-structured fucking joke right here. Like,
Popham's voice? I saw that and I was like, wow. So he was retarded the whole time.
Nobody's
What an
flocking.
uplifting
Nobody's flocking in this video to dislike it. It's very successful, very well-liked special. To fucking be funny, bro.
Anyways, that's the last naughty thing I have to say. I'm glad you guys aren't mad at that. I had a lady get mad at me. She said it was ableist to make fun of Stephen Hawking, which I disagreed with, right? Because I said it can't be, because he's dead, right? Yeah. And I believe that. I don't think you can be ableist to somebody that's dead, right? If you think it's ableist to make fun of Stephen Hawking now, that means you think he's still in the chair in heaven, right? Hello? And
I have a joke that's similar to this.
You die and you go to heaven, you're like 80 years old. You don't have to shuffle around heaven as like an 80-year-old. That would be like fucked up, I think a lot of people think. So you imagine like you're a more vibrant, younger version of yourself when you make it to heaven. Which is like nice to think about, but like, I just feel like if I made it to heaven and I was in that situation, I would just have a couple of like hang-ups, whatever. Because like one of my best friends, he died when he was like 16, which I sadly know. But like if I go to heaven and I'm reunited with him, is like 24-year-old version of himself that's like never existed. I gotta see like the yassified version of him, like chiseled abs. I don't know. I'd be happy for him, but I don't want to get sent to hell because the first thing I say to God is like, "Yo, Paul is like." What are you doing?
There's more to that joke. You guys don't get to see that yet. I'm gonna keep doing it. Try to stop me, dude.
that would be a pretty fucked up heaven, I'd imagine. Can you believe that? You do the best math in the world for 80 years, you finally get up there, you're like, can I please get some pussy? And they're like, nope, back in the chair, pal. Yeah, we got math up here, too. There's
So good.
numbers you crunch.
So good.
All right, that's it for me.
Cinema.
Thank you.
Awesome fucking closer. This guy, Nick Mullen, he's got a bright future in this. You can tell. I can tell. I got the eye for this kind of stuff. That was I'm gonna give it a 9. Am I feeling a 9.5? I feel like it would be fucked up for me, especially just knowing my own influences and where I'm kind of at. We're giving it a 10. We're giving it the 10. We're giving it the Hall of Laughs. Obviously, I laughed a bunch watching this, and this is like the fifth, sixth time I've watched this special. I don't laugh that much. Yeah, I mean, just the material itself, the material, the way it's put together, the way it's sequenced, the turns that are taken, fucking elite, all the way through. If you're a comic and you're watching that, I mean, it basically doesn't matter who you are. You could learn something from that. That's the way that is. I guess as far as like update State of the Union goes, I'm back. I'm 99% recovered from the flu. So what I'm not recovered is I'm not recovered from all the weight that I lost. I lost like I lost like 5-10 pounds while I was sick for that week. I still got this cough that isn't really going anywhere. But other than that, we're back. This is going to be going out one day late in honor of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And in other news, your boy lost his job on Friday. So sad news for me. Good news is we got way more time on our hands, so we're going to be going to two videos a week on here. So yeah, as this one is, as you are watching this, I will be working on the next upload, which we're gonna go back to the one good, one bad formula, and I think we're gonna be talking about next video should be Megan Stalter, and I'm looking forward to doing that. It's gonna be a little bit different. It might be a little bit more similar to like the Ben Bankus video. I think we're gonna have to watch a few more like smaller sort of clips for that, but I'm looking forward to working on it. And yeah, other than that, fucking thanks for watching.